Okay, so my name is Joseph Maynard, aka the Crying Dad, and yeah, this live is I'm driving on my way to work, and the concept I'm rolling with as much as I can. Figure, I spend so much time driving to and from work. Might as well find some sort of way to be productive and positive. And I fix my microphone because my seatbelt's right on top of it. Change this. It's something I want to continue to do because I don't waste time trying to driving back and forth from work. I could blast music, or I could try to figure out something to help my situation. And my situation is I'm a father of three wonderful girls. I get to have them this weekend. I'm separated through my own actions. I had a relationship within my relationship. I had a 9 month affair. Get into that. I'll have no issue talking about that stuff, but that's not what this is about. So, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that stuff, and I will definitely talk about that sort of stuff, the heavies, and how you get through things like that. But this is like, the whole point of this is how do you stay positive through some of the hardships that life throws at you. And, when you're dealing with separation and the effects of separation on children and stuff like that, you end up with a lot of heavy stuff. So you do have to look at the positives, the silver linings. For example, I have my girls tomorrow, and it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna make sure it's the best time I can have, but I gotta go. When you have to pay child support and you're paying for a place to be able to have your children, every penny matters. And I'm trying to pursue a true 50-50 of my children. So therefore I'm trying to, it's going to be, if you got kids and you've been through a separation, or you're a child of divorced parents, you know that it's a lot of heavy stuff, man. There's no pitter patter around the fact that it's some tough stuff. So you got to find faith helps me stay positive. I even when I find myself sinking into dark, like just into the muck, you really got to take a look at what you want. It's your life. So how do you want your life to be? Like, what do you want out of your life? How do you envision? I have to look at the how I envision my life with my daughters, what I want to be able to do with them, what I want to be able to show them, take them, travel with them. None of that can happen unless I stay focused, stay grounded, and stay. Hey, thanks for saying hi. I can't really talk. I can't really look as I'm driving, but it's good to know that there's people on here and saying hi. So hi to everybody out there listening to this. Thank you for listening. It's about trying to be positive through heavy situations. And like if you live in the U.S., actually, there's seems like in general we're in a real heavy time. And how do you remain positive? I find faith is a big thing, and it's not a. I'm not talking about. I want to preach religion at you, but faith and belief in the fact that we are here for more, and that you are here for more, and that you want to do more with your life and try to figure out how to have your best possible life. And I lose focus of that because you deal with the everyday stuff, and it's so much as keeps you focused on the smaller picture. You forget to look at the bigger picture. I'm a server by trade, and man, when everything becomes about finances, about do I have enough money for these bills? Do I don't currently what I do does not make me enough money to maintain my life. It's not even. I hate the word to call it lifestyle, but it's my life, as in I can't give them my children's mother the amount I give her, over $400 a week, which is a lot of money, and that's a heavy. Then it becomes a heavy. Money becomes stressful. Money becomes taps into negative emotions. So that's why I'm kind of doing stuff like this, like social media, and trying to be a positive human being. Because if I can turn these things into supplemental income, and then possibly into larger amounts of income, then I'm controlling my own destiny. I'm putting forth the effort to get my dreams, to make my dreams come true. And yeah, it's not an easy path, but like, what's the hell's the point of doing easy shit? Easy shit never actually. It's not satisfactory. It's like, no, you find satisfaction and gratification when something is tough and you have to work at it, right? So I wish I could wake up tomorrow and my life be the way that I want it to be, like that my relationship with my children's mother was better. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna just happen. I have to understand that I have to pursue the things that I want, because I only have one life, and I want to be in my children's lives as much as possible, and I cannot let anybody stand in the way of that. And so if I have to keep going back to court and fun stuff like that, that's what I'll have to do. But in the same breath, I have to utilize all the lessons that I've learned throughout life, because I don't believe in mistakes. I believe in lessons. Very important one. I mean, I'm now cutting back. I don't drink that much. I have a 6-pack at the end of the night tonight. I'm drinking all 6-pack. But like, the way you end your days definitely affects the way you start your next day. So I have to apply that. Like, tomorrow morning, I want to get up and go to the gym before I go and get my girls and have daddy weekend. If that's the case, if I go and buy a 6-pack and then buy, a Grand Marnier nip, mornings I won't be horrendous, but I won't feel. I won't feel the same way as I would feel if I go to bed early, get a good night's sleep, and get up and do stuff. These are all like truths. I understand that if you're a parent, you understand that you can have plans with kids, but kids, they're the ultimate uncontrollable factor. Like, you don't plan on your child waking up with 104 fever, but it could happen, that sort of thing, you know what I mean? And so you learn to roll when you're a parent. You definitely have to learn to roll with the punches, how to be flexible, how to be pliable. 3 girls, 10, 8, and 5 it's something, man. And it's a blessing to have them. That's the thing. It's like, so I've realized I don't do well if I put stuff out there. I try to do stuff for me. If I do stuff I have to have them as the focus. I can do the things, the hard stuff, if I'm doing it for them. If I'm doing it for me, I'm way more liable to quit and say, this is too hard. There's too many challenges to this. Whereas if I'm willing to do it for them, I'm willing to go through the challenges and go through the hard stuff, because I want them to be. A bunch of people said hi. Hey guys, thank you for saying hi. And yeah, but I can't, when I'm driving, I can't interact. Unfortunately, I can't say hi and stuff like that, because I'm driving, not trying to get in a car accident. But yeah, the whole point of this is I'm going to splice this up and put this out on the internet and put this on my sites and see what happens. Just try to spread positivity, try to be a person that people can tune into and be like, okay, well, that's an interesting way to look at things. I like that. Just be somebody who, like, I like to consider myself a good person. I've done some bad things. I mean, there's no argument about that. Adultery is a deadly sin for lots of reasons. Because it's not about what the actual act. It's not the actual act. It's what it does to all the people involved. It's like a snake bite. It's not the bite that gets you. It's the poison, right? It's exactly what it is. It's like it's not the act of adultery. It's the how it affects all parties involved, especially when there's children involved. That's what's toxic, and that's what's the thing that really makes it a deadly sin, because you affect so many people's souls. So yeah, as an adulterer, I got a lot of work to do, because at this point, I feel like come Judgment Day, man, I got to keep my fingers crossed. It's like, come on now, big money, no whammies sort of situation. Unless I pursue to be the best human being I could possibly be, it's not. It's not going to be a constant. It has to be a consistent task, because it's not easy, man. It's very easy to get complacent and just fall into the addiction of so many outs, so many ways to distract yourself. Go home and just watch Netflix. Go home and watch Hulu. Go home and watch sports, instead of putting in the work to try to be and better myself. And I understand that no matter what, as blessed as I am to have the amazing job that I have, if I don't go out and it's just doing it, it's not enough. It's not enough by itself, because I have certain days I spend completely that are set aside solely for my girls. So if I can't make money like doing this, like just making shorts or finding supplemental ways to make income, then I'm in a sinking boat, and I'm not trying to mend my ship, and I can't allow that. I have to give it my all, and that's not for me. It's for them. It's so I can be with my girls as much as possible. I can be an example of somebody who tries their best, and something will arise from it. And so that's what I'm doing. That's all I can do. Just put my best foot forward. Not much else can be asked of you, right? As a human being, is to try your best and try to be a good human being. And there's just so many examples of negative shit, especially on the internet, that, I decided I'd be one of the positive people. I'd be one of the people that preaches nice, like, positivity, like spreading love, not hatred, trying to unify, not trying to divide. There's so much division, especially if you're American and you live in the U.S. It's like Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal. It's just ridiculous. All of the dumb shit to keep us divided. I want to be somebody that's like, you shouldn't. Simplistic things like race, religion should not divide us. It's all about the character of the person that you're interacting with. That's what it should be like. But that's unfortunately so much other stuff is just jammed down our throat, it seems like. How's it going? I'm at a red light so I can actually talk. I can actually say hey. Hey to you too. Yeah. Driving to work, and I have to understand like work gives me opportunities. Like if you're a server or a bartender, that sort of thing, gives you the opportunity to make somebody's day, like with interacting with them. I mean, it can be tough though, because like this thing about when you wait tables or you bartend, you interact with so many people, and so many people on different levels of emotion. Like it's hard to be nice to someone who is being an absolute dick to you, right? Like, and that can happen as a server per se. You get a lot of different attitudes, but in general, like, kill them with kindness, right? And I have to make sure I take into the fact, like sometimes I weigh myself down. Like my last drive to work, I really weighed in on the fact that Chris Brown charges women $1,000 for a picture. So that's like, he makes like $1,000 in like 1 minute, and like for after his show. And I'm just like, God dang, money's out there. And not that I'm never going to be Chris Brown or anything like that, but like, money is out there. You just need to seek it. You need to find the ways to make it legally, hopefully. I know that this is not, no matter what, I have a great job, but no matter what, I'm not in a, like waiting tables all of a sudden. I'm not going to make $1 million at the end of the year. No one's going to tip me. I'm not going to be that well off. If I continue just doing this, I'm going to continue to struggle. Or only this. I can continue to do this with a plan to change my life, and that's what I'm putting into effect. But like that's a good thing about live. Like I have so many recordings on making content is tough. I'm not gonna lie, because you'll record and then you're like, this is terrible. I'm not gonna put it out, and then you don't put it out, and then you created something that never got an opportunity to do anything. Whereas live, this is it. I mean, this is not it. I can still splice it up and chop it up and put it out in chunks, but this is out there. So taking this back. 10 people that are watching me right now are like, what is this jackass doing? Is he driving? Some of you guys are just waiting for me to get in a car accident. But I watched this dude get in a car accident live. It was crazy. Or, so once you live, there's no really taking it back. I can't unlive it. I can erase the recording, but the people who saw this, hopefully if I affect you in a positive way, you stay affected and go out and attack life. I don't have any secrets. One thing I've learned throughout my life is that I don't know shit. You're constantly learning. You're constantly learning lessons, and that's the thing. You have to constantly be willing to take in the messages in life and like the lessons that are coming in life. Like I know that I can't this is not going to work. If I'm going to continue just doing this, I'm not going to have the life that I want with my girls. And so the lesson is put other things into play, as much things in play as possible. I now look at opportunities or financial goals as almost like ideas. You might as well put as many ideas and projects out there. I mean, they have to be complete, but you have to put as many things out there as you possibly can. For example, like if you are listening to this and let's say you wanted to write a book, you might have the greatest piece of literature ever in your head, but it's nothing if it just stays in your head. You have to put things out there to allow them to become something. If they just stay in one place, and that place is your mind, then nothing is going to come of it. Like I'm one of those people, like if I talking about it is almost like, it's not doing it, but it's almost giving justification of, hey, look, I talked to somebody about my idea. That's something. When it's really nothing. Like you got to, having ADD, I'm one of those people who has like 6 projects started and none complete. And that can be that exact same stance for like a year if I don't attack. And like I've learned, like you gotta just finish something, finish it, put it out, and you never know what it could become. It could become something, may never do anything, but finish projects. Don't have 6 projects going and nothing complete, nothing to show for all the time and effort that you've put in. Make sure you have something solid to show the world so that the world can see who you are. You can't change the world if you're not out there and not willing to put yourself out there, that's for sure. So like there's a lot of opportunity in this life, and we're all blessed, and we're all meant for a lot more than just going to work and coming back home. Like that's we're meant for more than that. Anyone's out there who feels all caught up, like as in, oh my God, I'm in a repetitive cycle that I just can't get out of. I mean, that comes down to your comfort level, right? Like you can do it's your life. Anything you can do, anything that's legal, right? So it's like most people, like here's the thing about the service industry: there's so many brilliant people in it that have been in it for too long, and then they get scared that they can't do anything else. So you have people who are like too scared to try something else because they've been doing this for too long, and the service industry is great, but it's meant to be a safety net basically for people who don't know exactly what they want to do yet, but people treat it like a hammock and they get comfortable because you can have a lot of fun in this industry. There's a lot of going out, a lot of partying, a lot of friends, meeting new people, a lot of hooking up, a lot of just it's like perma college. It's like going to college for a job, except for you got to actually work. And you can find yourself stuck. Like I got 3 kids, and I don't want any of them to work for longer than 3 years in the service industry ever, like combined, because it's just not. You're not going to push yourself. All the days blend into like one Groundhog Day. Everything seems very similar, very nothing significant. Whereas, like if you got talents, everyone's born with talents. Problem is everybody sees everybody else's talents and wants the talents that everybody else has and not the talents that they're born with. But we're all born with gifts. That is for certain. That's not. I 100% believe that with my soul. And it's a matter of, in this life, are you going to be lucky enough to find what your talents are, and if you're extremely lucky enough, are you going to be able to find financial gain using your talents and doing things you love? Because that's a great concept, eh? Getting paid to actually do something you love to do. What a concept, huh? This traffic is awful. But yeah, no, I guess I get to talk to you guys. Talk to nobody because nobody's on here right now. And I would say that what would be an important lesson that I would talk about right now? That you can't put things off, man. Get things done. Take action. Take action, action, action. People who take action are in control of their lives because they're acting on life. Instead of saying, hey, yeah, I want to get back in shape, there's people out there doing it, not talking about it, but actually doing it, doing whatever it takes to get to where they want to be. I would say take action. A lesson I learned is that there's no tomorrow. You can't look at life like I'll put it off till tomorrow, because we're only given a certain amount of tomorrows, right? If we're blessed to wake up tomorrow, because everyone is. Shit, I'm in a car right now. These things are friggin' driving, basically, caskets at times. There's going to be people die in America. There's no way. People die in America every day getting behind the wheel. And that's just a fact, right? So there's no guarantee of tomorrow. And I learned a lesson. When I first had to move out of my apartment with my girls, I rented a single place with roommates, and I had to keep stuff in storage because I had so much shit. And this cool gentleman, when I went there, this guy was showing me around, and he had a son, probably like, I would say it's like 6, maybe 5 or 6, and he was about to show me to my locker, and his son comes out of the bathroom. He's got his underwear on, but his pants are down by his ankles. And the man he was embarrassed. Went over and picked up his son's pants, and did up his, and me being a parent, I get it, and I kind of chuckled, and he showed me to my locker, and it was pretty cool. We had a cool conversation about being parents and stuff. And months go by, and I fell behind on a payment, so I had to go in to make a payment, and another guy was behind the counter. I was talking to him. I was like, hey, where's the other guy? And he said, oh, I'm sorry, he passed away. And I was like, what? What do you mean he passed away? Because this dude was young. This is the young man. This guy's probably like 30, 35. And I was like, what happened to him? He's like, oh, he got stabbed. And I was like, damn. Like, first and foremost, that's not passed away. That's straight up murdered. But I automatically, I started to think about his son. Like, his son's not gonna have his dad no more, man. Like, there's no tomorrow for his son. Dad's not gonna be able to, like, that was years ago. So, like, he had to learn how to pick his plants up, do them up properly without dad. Like, that's just, it's one of these things where we take life for granted. Like, we're always going to have the time to try something or do something. You're always going to have the time to call someone that you love. If you put it off till tomorrow, you're always going to, like, that's not the truth. That's not the reality. The reality is that you're much better off seizing life like there is no tomorrow. Like there is a very real possibility that this could be your last day. I mean, not that you want to think like that or anything, but that's the truth. Like, you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to like sit there and be morbid. But if you think of on those terms, like when those thought process and like that frame of mind, that mindset was going through my mind, more often than not, I was very productive. I was doing things, and then I got caught into I ended up getting a place where I could have my girls, but I was being financially supported, helped out, while I was in court trying to pursue a true 50-50. And so I don't need to get into all the details, but then it changes your mindset, because then my mindset went from a doer mode to a survivor mode. Like, I was in a position where I was like, I had to try to make things work. I was trying to keep my head above water in a situation where I was drowning. It was inevitable that I would drown, but I had a certain amount of time financially to make sure that I didn't. And so it's like, it's very easy for your mindset to change. So you gotta practice. You have to keep yourself in a situation where you're like, this is reality. Your reality is your reality because it's not necessarily what you've made it. It's what life has thrown at you and how you've dealt with it. And that's the truth. Like, life's gonna throw things at you, man. Life is life. Like, people in your life are gonna die. People in your life are gonna not move out of your life. How do you deal with that stuff? Like, that's not life picking on you. That's just life. And we get caught up in the mind frame of, oh my God, like, just give me a break. Life doesn't give breaks. Life will rather break you into 1,000 pieces and see what you do to yourself. How do you put yourself back together? Or are you just going to sit down in a puddle of sorrow and not take on the importance that is this gift, right? This gift called life. Because I've been in that situation where I have to remember never to go back there, because like, when you're dealing with court and the ugliness of separation and the damage that it does to your kids, losing friends, gaining friends, you can be like, life is beating me down, and you're like, no. Then you got to really sit there and realize, no, life doesn't give two. Life, it does not have favorites Life does not have like is not picking on anybody. Life is just lifing. Like things are gonna happen. One day you're gonna wake up and your car's not gonna start. It's like, oh my God, life. No, that's the inevitables. How are we gonna deal with it? How are we gonna deal with the inevitabilities of things that are gonna happen? And that's the true. That's the people who, I won't say have their shit together, but that's the people who find themselves doing better, doing okay, because we're all gonna lose somebody. If you're given the if you're given the opportunity to live a long, fruitful life, then you're going to lose people in it. You're going to lose friends. You could lose a husband or a wife, and what do you do? The question is, what are you going to do with that in those situations? How are you going to handle it? Because no matter what, time's not stopping for anybody. Time's not going to stop for you to grieve and deal with the situation. It's going to keep going. And if you give an example of what I'm talking about, like I have, one of my brothers, he lost one of his best friends when we were younger in a car accident, and they were like a family friend. And his mother, the person who died, his mother couldn't handle it. She spent hours every day, like half the day at his gravesite, and her relationships and stuff fell apart because she could not grieve and handle the loss. And that's not life picking on her. That's just that's the situation that was. And I'm pulling up to work, and I'm slightly late, so I'm gonna say TTFN, ta-ta for now, guys. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. I gotta get going though. All right. Bye for now, guys. Thank you, man. Thank you for listening.
Pretty awesome. I am pretty damn awesome. Thank God for that. All right.